Why, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Nate Branco here, and I'm here to welcome you to another episode of Showcase Central number 16. I hope you guys had a great week. It has been hot as balls out there, and I'm so over it, man. And I'll be going outside in a little bit because, I got some things to do. But first, we're going to address some news. We're going to address some crazy stuff that happened over the week. And, let's have fun. Let's have fun with it. And we're going to get straight to it. So, let's start off with the fish. By the fish, I'm talking about the Marlins. The Marlins have literally had probably one of the best hot streaks in their franchise history by going 20-6 in the month of June. They've literally had a pretty good staff of pitching throughout that stretch, and they've actually had some really good hitters that have just been firing on all cylinders. So literally, you look at a guy like Max Meyer, 27-year-old. He went 4-0 with an ERA of 1.78 ERA. And then you have Sandy Alcantara, who looks like he's actually back to his old self, his Cy Young self. He went 6-0 with an ERA of 3.35. I know the ERA is probably not where it should be, especially for a guy who's an ace like him. But that is a player that I can see being dealt at the deadline, because it seems like the Marlins have been kind of trying to shop him for a little while, and you could just tell that they want to go more youthful in the rotation. And I feel like they can get a lot for him. Some prospects, maybe even a power bat. We may never know. But Sandy Alcantara, he's been on fire. We'll see if he can keep that up in July. Let's go to the hitters. Let's go with shortstop Otto Lopez, man. In June, he's been just keeping it up consistently all season. In June, he's batted .340. He still leads the league in average. Props to him, man. And he also leads the team in hits. Liam Hicks, the catcher. In June, he has been having a .313 average, and he also leads the team in home runs and RBIs. Xavier Edwards, one of the faces of the team, second baseman. .280 average, and he leads the team in OBP with a .380. But honestly, don't forget about players such as Owen Casey and Kyle Stowers. I was there when Kyle Stowers decided to have a multi-home run game against the Philadelphia Phillies. So, they may have been number one in the month of June. But honestly, let's see if they can keep this going, because as of right now, they're 0-2 in July. But you know what? It's a whole new month. They're going into the All-Star break soon. They're only a game behind in the third wildcard spot, the last wildcard spot. But we shall see what happens. Maybe they just kick it up. They tune up the band. We may never know. Let's talk about the Cubs shitting all over the Friars on 23 runs. Get a load of this, guys. Dansby Swanson, right? He went 3 for 5, had 3 home runs, and 8 RBIs. He also had a home run. I believe he had a home run or two the night before, and he also driven 3 runs. Let's just say throughout that whole freaking series, he's shitting all over him. And I was just like, wow. I'm like, the Padres may never recuperate from this. But, hey, still plenty of ball. Michael Conforto, he hit 2 shots, and he went for 4 RBIs. Seiya Suzuki, Michael Busch, and PCA combined had 3 home runs and 7 RBIs. That was a 23-3 ball game, folks. Oh my God, if you are a Cubs fan, or if you were even at that game and you are a Cubs fan, You guys saw one hell of a freaking game, man. Whew. That Cubs roster, man, that Cubs lineup, they are talented as all hell. As of right now, they do hold the top wild card spot in the National League. That is a team that I can see dethroning the Brewers of first place in the NL Central, or they might as well just stay in the first place spot of the wild card. We may never know, but hey, I actually just wanted to say that because they tied a franchise record actually with just that game alone for runs in a game. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but I thought this was insane. I don't know if you guys saw what happened on Wednesday. I'm sorry, not on Wednesday, on Tuesday night. So, catch this. I was waiting for Ecuador and Mexico to happen for the World Cup. I was waiting to watch that. They had an hour delay because of inclement weather, so we had to wait an hour. Thank God I actually watched the Red Sox the rest of the way, just waiting for that game alone, because we almost saw a full-on brawl happen. I don't know if you guys saw this, but CAVALLI, he was pitching a great game. Dude had 14 Ks at least in that game, a career high. And one of those strikeouts included making Wilson Contreras have him staring down a pitch right down the middle. And next thing you know, he is coming at him saying, sit down, boy. And next thing you know, Contreras looks back at him, and he's like, what'd you say? And next thing you know, here comes all the benches cleared, and Contreras had the freaking helmet off, and you could tell he just wanted to bash his head in. I was like, oh no. I'll say this, guys, I love a good baseball fight. Normally you don't see weapons out. You just see full-on fists go crazy. But hey, we saw it happen. We saw Contreras trying to freaking hit him upside the head. But Cavalli was being cocky, going like this. I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, here we go. Meanwhile, everyone's in the middle. And then on the side, you see Miles Mikolas and you see Nate Eaton just strangling each other on the side. And then, like a good, 10 minutes just to try to get everything settled. I don't know about you guys, but I thought this was effed up. So, Wilson Contreras, during that game, he got ejected. Whatever. He was part of it. And then you had Chad Tracy, the interim manager for the Sox, get tossed just based off the conversation that he was having with two of the umpires. And then you have Nate Eaton that was taken out too. But you know who wasn't taken out? Cade Cavalli. I thought it was fucked up. I was like, wow. How is this dude not taken out, man? He literally instigated the fight. He was talking shit. And I was not about it, man. I really was not. I was just like, dude, honestly, you should have got tossed yourself. But 2 days later, they actually dished out suspensions. And I thought this was interesting. Check this out, guys. Wilson Contreras and Cade Cavalli, both of them suspended 7 games each. Nate Eaton suspended 3 games. Miles Mikolas suspended 5. I want to give you guys my thoughts on that. Cade Cavalli, he absolutely deserves his 7 games suspension. Wilson Contreras, I could see if he was suspended 3 games or even dished out a fine. But why 7? Probably because of the whole helmet thing coming at him. But they didn't really get any fists involved in it. Because everybody was just swarming around, just in each other's way. And also, Cavalli's just like this, telling him, oh yeah, bring it on, bitch, type of deal. But, like, I was just like, wow, dude. I'm like, you suck. And then the next day, he was over here saying that night, he actually was regretting that, and this and that, everything he did, and so on. He said he couldn't sleep. And I was just like, wow. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, dude, I'm like, are you just doing this to save yourself, or do you actually feel bad? I will say this for Wilson Contreras, I do feel bad for I do feel bad for him and what's going on. He's an emotional guy, and as of right now, he's just got a lot on his plate. We all know what's going on with with the earthquakes going on in Venezuela. Obviously, that's his home country where he's from. So obviously, he's got his family on his mind. He's just got a lot going on, and that he's thinking about that, and he's just one of those. He's just got a lot on his plate. So obviously, emotions took over, and just yeah. But nothing you can do about that now. But he's suspended 7 games. He doesn't deserve it, but I will say he does. This is something that that he'll have to just relax. And I know that Cavalli, this is something that he should never do again, especially effing with Sox players, because watch out. They do like to bite back. Nate Eaton and Miles Mikolas, we all know about their little brawl that they were having on the side, tussling as if they were rugby players, football players, whatever. And so, yeah, I mean, their suspension, I mean, it's a little valid, whatever. The games, 7, 3, 5 games, they'll pass. It's whatever. But, yeah, that's just my thoughts on that. Contreras didn't deserve it, but Cavalli absolutely did. MLB and their suspensions, man. So weak. They're either so weak or they're too much. There's no in between. Ridiculous. So, guys, when I mentioned the FIFA World Cup, and I mentioned the Ecuador-Mexico game, right? I actually would like to touch upon this because I thought this was great. I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you guys have attended baseball games yourself, and you've noticed how the soccer fans are. You may have seen soccer fans at these MLB games. What I'm trying to say is these FIFA World Cup soccer fans have actually been taking over MLB ballparks. And let me just tell you, I love this. I really do. Like, for example, right? I remember this all started when it was Sunday Night Baseball. And it was the Rangers versus the Red Sox at Fenway. And you had Scotland fans taking over. And the energy and the atmosphere that they brought, man. They just freaking treating it like it was a World Series game. And they were just as if they were watching their own soccer team. Or they were watching they're just having a ball, man. It's almost like it's kind of similar to as if like the Cubs fans are having the beer snake in the outfield, They're just vibing, man. Like, watch this, guys. You had Scotland taking over Boston. You had them in Miami. They made their way in Miami. And they were also in New York. It might have been the Bronze or might have been the Queens. I can't remember all too well. Because the reason why they visited these games was because, Scotland in the World Cup, they've played in Gillette twice. So, I mean, might as well go visit elsewhere that they've never been. And, they bring out the kilts and, just go watch a ball game. Go watch something cool. Norway actually attended City Field in Queens Then you had England actually go visit Kansas City, since they actually played at Gia Field, which is the Kansas City Chiefs Stadium. And then you had Germany visit Boston while they were playing New York in that weekend series a little while ago. I love how these European fan bases have been taking over because it's new to them. They're taking a foot outside of their own environment. So they're pretty much going from soccer to baseball. We all know these fans have actually been going into football stadiums in the US, and they're actually going into baseball venues, parks, whatever you want to call them. They're taking a little foot outside their comfort zone. It's nice to see. It brings the energy for the original baseball fans. They're just vibing, having a drink here and there at these games. It's just nice. It's nice to see. I literally have no issue with this at all. I'm glad these Europeans are having a great time, man. It's awesome. I hope in the future that MLB Rob Manfred better listen to this. I will say that right now. So we've had teams visit in Mexico City. We've had teams play in London. We've had teams, in Japan, Korea. I would like to see MLB series games, whether it's a 3-game series or it's a 4-game series, doesn't matter. Have them travel to Scotland. Have them travel to Norway, England. Go back to England. Even Germany. Go to those places. You will rack up fans just like that. Ticket prices will go insane. I think that, any of those games that happen, it should be televised. Day. Straight 3 days, 4 days, whatever. I would like to see this. I hope so. I'm actually going to preach for it now. I want to see it. I just hope that the baseball fans reciprocate the energy that the soccer fans actually have been bringing to the baseball stadiums, just like these European fan bases have been bringing to the US and just the FIFA World Cup in general, because the FIFA World Cup has been killing it thus far. I'm enjoying it, and I've been enjoying these fans visiting the MLB ballparks. And here I am with my DraftKings Lock of the Day Nate edition. Okay, so we got Shohei Ohtani on the mound tonight. I have him for 6 strikeouts and 1 home run. Yordan Alvarez, I have him for 1 home run as well. And I mentioned him earlier, so we're going to roll with Miami shortstop Otto Lopez for 1 RBI. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for episode 16 of Showcase Central. Ladies and gentlemen, you have yourselves a great weekend. Have yourselves a great 4th of July. I will see you guys on Monday. And don't forget to like and subscribe on Showcase Central. I will see you soon.